my name is Kenneth. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're about to do a projector swap out. What we have here on fiberglass at 48 by 96, 4 feet by 8 feet is fiberglass surface picked up at Amazon. I paid about $20. The base is $20, and there's a shipping charge, which altogether should cost around like $50, not much. Now, this is coated with our new screen paint, which is the Advanced Ambient Light Rejection 30 Black Widow. This is the roll-on version. We make this in two different kinds. We make this also too in a pre-coated blackout cloth surface, which I'm going to be doing some demonstrations very soon, shortly today. And we also too make this in a roll-on screen paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be changing up my projector here. This is a Christie projector we've been using in the demonstrations. This right here is an LW400 projector at 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200, a WXGA projector. This is one that we call our professional top model. Keep in mind, this projector was discontinued in 2014. Developed in 2012, discontinued, actually on the market in 2012, discontinued in 2014 and cost $500. So our top of line projector is an old projector. All right, so let me show you what we're going to be doing here. So first things first, we're going to do a swap out, which means I have to go in and change out the projectors, which we're about to do right now. And we need to get the power supply down here. There's something left in here. All right. So we're going to be taking this one out and we're going to swap it out for a 720p. There we go. Now, the reason why we do this is because it shows at the end of the day that we don't have to rely on what you call crutch projectors. These are projectors that individuals that are making screen paint or any kind of products had to rely on that certain projector in order to produce that certain image. They have to rely on a certain environment, like ambient light controlled environments, in order to be able to produce that picture. With the technology we make, we don't have to worry about any of that. We can swap out our machines at will. Let me get the other one. Fire stick here. Sound. I forgot what sound is on this one. I have to figure it out. Our sound is way too high. All right. So hopefully I hit the sound port, which I don't think I did. I'm not sure. All right, so we're swapping out for this one over here. This is a Christie LW400. This is a 720p model. That one right there is around 43. This one over here is 5,000. That's the top of line model. That's 720p. This one over here is actually, sorry, that's 1080p. This is 720p. All right, let's track down these remote controls that somehow, like right in front of us, but for some reason, it's not. Or here's like one of these. Nope. That one. There we go. Now, we're at 720p. I think this is this is a WXGA projector, 720p. Price I paid for this projector when I got it was $109. That was it. Usually you can find these on eBay for around like almost like $100, 120, 150, somewhere in that price. They're not very expensive. And this is 720p. I think we missed our sound is in. We missed the sound port. Oh, did we get it? We may not work. Now this is the 720p that costs $109. That's what I paid for mine on eBay. Let's just show you that we don't have to use a 5,000 lumen 1080p projector. That projector's sitting on the floor right now. That's why I told you I don't like crutch projectors. That's why we call them. Because, as I said before, this is a projector that the person has to use. That was the shortest demonstration I ever saw in my life. Let me see what's going on with that one. Let's go play the pretty bird. I should have seen exactly where my sound's coming at. Hold on for a minute. Let me do a little sound check here. We're going to be using this from now on. This demonstration, yeah. We're going to put this down for the side. Show you we're not going to even bother with this for a whole week. And we're going to use the 720p only. That's what I love about our technology. You don't have to rely on these overpriced expensive. These are overpriced all over projectors, but yeah, it is in 720p. So let's see what's going on here while we don't have sound. Let me switch over something here. That might have been the shortest demonstration I ever saw. All right, that's coming from here. Just there, yeah, it's not coming from there. All right, we got a little crack real quick and a crackle sound. We're trying to figure out where to put this at. There we go. I know it's one of them. Okay, figure out which one. All right, we got it. We're good. We got it. Beautiful thing about lens shift. And yes, these projectors have lens shift on them too. You know, this is another projector that people overlook on eBay. There's dozens of these. They overlook them because they're 720p projectors. Oh, I don't want it. It's a 720p. It's not going to look good. And again, I keep telling you, there's nothing wrong with the projector. It's the screen that's having the issue. The reason why it looks like crap is because it's being used on a gray screen or white screen that can't produce the color and contrast. There's nothing wrong with the projector. It's perfectly fine. We could be walking up with a $100 projector. Let's see what we got here. Paying all this money out for these machines and walk off with a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them. That projector has a 2000:1 contrast ratio, but it doesn't make a difference because your technology you're using is black. $109. No calibrating, none of that nonsense. So now we're going to swap out the projectors and take that one and put it downstairs somewhere because we don't need it up here. Oh, and that projector has surround sound. Actually enhances your system. Spend all that money for these overpriced projectors because you want to get this incredible looking image and then find out your screen can't even give you what the projector projector can do at the end of the day. Well, we can take a 720p old projector, it cost me $109 on eBay, and make it look like this. And see how black that background is? You can't display it off a clear white screen. They can't even pick up the background. It's not going to come up. So I'm going to take that one, figure out where we're going to put that. I can't figure out where I'm going to put these 1080p projectors because we got 720p for majority running the house. So let me see, where am I going to put you at? Got to put you somewhere. I might just put them on a shelf. You really got no use for it. Why would I need a 1080p when a 720p is doing this job right here? So for us, this projector costs us $500 on the floor. This one costs us $109. I walk on it with $500. I get a good deal. I'll probably walk over about 3 of them, which I'm planning to go back on and get some more. 100% contrast level, beautiful color, beautiful white levels. It's interesting how some people say, well, I can do the same thing. Well, the minute I go downstairs and I turn on that projector sitting in that window and I pull that star field, no takers. Because your screen can't see a contrast level in a well-lit environment. You can't pull a star field. I can do that easily. So I'll be going to my forum site again today, and I'll be saying, hey, look, this is my setup right here. And this is my $109 projector that I got off eBay. Or they don't like me over this. I'm just getting to that point now. How much you pay for your projector? $3,000. Really? Can you turn the lights on for me? Can you show me a star field? Can you show me a contrast level? Can't do that. Let's take a look at the environment. So you can see we're not in a dark environment. Well lit. Any dark corners? No dark corners, right? That's why I explained to you, when you do demonstrations, you're not supposed to have all these dark corners and shadows. And no. That's not a well-lit environment. That may be a well-lit environment to some other people, but to everyday people, bottom line, that is not a well-lit environment. I think I'm going to use that one outside. If the weather's good, I might use that one outside today. Let's go over to, what's all these live? We're going to run these live. You know, young dogs that big. Which one was this one? Oh, this is 4K Earth. Oh, I take 4K Earth.
Light is a force. It powers imagination and expression. Light also powers time. It can drive power and citizen watches with any light for more than 40 years.
Now, I put the link below where you can actually go in and get the Surface over on Amazon. Now, keep in mind, when you get the Surface, and again, like I'm telling you, you're not going to pick up the same image. You're going to probably say, well, no, you're not. Without our technology, you're not going to pick it up. I don't care what kind of projector you buy. I don't care what kind of environment you got. You're not going to pick up the same thing we have over here. It's not going to happen. Without our technology, this is just nothing but an everyday sheet of fiberglass, and it's just an old projector sitting behind me. And go ahead and paint the screen with black paint. You'll find out. There is no substitutes. projectors. I forgot those projectors run like about $100 something. I'm gonna get 10 of those. I might buy a pallet for myself just to have them around. I used to have like 5 of them, but I gave 2 of them away. I need to go back and get me some more of those. And that's using a standard throw lens. Because there's 2 versions of that one. There's one with the bridge and one without the bridge. That one has the bridge. That's a standard throw. The one that has the bridge has a refined throw, which means a very detailed, refined throw. This is standard. It's another landfill projector. But you know what happens to these projectors, right? The companies get them. Mine, this is a 2014 model or 2012 discontinued model. They take these projectors, they throw them in landfills. They strip them out for their parts, whatever's left, and they throw them in landfills. The rest of them, some of them end up on eBay, some of them end up in other third world countries. That's where they end up at. It's an old projector. And some of you are sitting up there with these 4K and high-end projectors and you can't even pull a proper image at the end of the day. How are you calibrating a projector that brand new at the beginning of the day? That's why you contact us, because your colors don't pop. You can't get the image to pop, the contrast levels. Paid all this money for contrast capabilities and your projector can't do this. Oh, it can. It has the capability, but your screen doesn't have it. That's why your projector can't do it. That background is supposed to be that black at all times. And you should be done in a fully lit environment. This is why I say all the time, I say that when you do demonstrations, especially involving contrast, it should always be done in a fully lit environment. As much light as possible. Because the customer is going to basically, eventually, he's not going to be in the dark all the time. You don't want to be in the dark all the time. Especially if you're using ultra short those, which is a projector designed to act like a TV. There's no way in the world they're going to change their environment around to make the projector look good. That's the one thing people laugh about in TV form sites. If you get a projector, yeah, you got to go in, you got to change the environment around, you got to make it to a medieval dungeon, it's dark, the colors don't pop up correctly, you got to calibrate. That's what they laugh. That's what they joke about. Why they would never even think about buying a projection screen or a projector setup. And you got people telling you that, oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. No, it isn't. That's how it used to be. These aren't white screens anymore. You don't have to be subjected to dark environments and calibrating projectors. I got to open up my window here. I like a little more light in my environment. Sorry about that, people are trying to get my curtains up. They don't want to play nice. We can go back to that one. Can we go back to that one? There we go. Maybe let more light in.
You'll find solutions to help you.
Now people sit there and say, oh, but 720p's are outdated. No, 720p's are outdated. They still make 720p's. The problem is the product is outdated. We shouldn't be having a problem with 720p projector. We don't have problems with them. It's not an outdated machine. The reason why they choose for you to buy the most expensive, most advanced machine you can get your hands on, like I said, again, to make up for what the screen can't do. That's all. Because the more advanced machine you got, the less of the failure rate your screen's going to suffer through. That's why they take a 720p and say, oh, it's an outdated model. You want to go with a 4K, so much so. Because they know if you get that particular projector, it's going to make their screen look somewhat better than using an everyday 720p or basic 1080p projector. And I sat there and said yesterday, what did I say? You know what? Let's swap this out for a 720p tomorrow. Here we are, 720p, Christie, $109. think about it. And not to be rude here, disrespectful, but it is what it is. I don't care if the person gets upset. You spend anywhere from $85 to $90 for a screen paint, and you still got to go out and spend the money for a $3,000 projector, because there's no way in the world you're going to get that same image unless you have the same projector or better. That's how it works. So that's $3 grand you're going to have to spend. Our product, on the other hand, well, we're certified. We do certified screens, anywhere from screens running from $3,000 to $5,000. So already I've saved my customer a ton of money because he wants the same kind of technology, or similar to the same kind of, not the same kind, similar kind of technology, gunmetal technology, at darker black level. He's going to spend a couple $1,000. No gray screen. It's going to be able to match the gunmetal screen, not ever. And not only that, he's going to spend the money for an expensive projector. For our screen paint, you're going to spend $3,000, $5,000 for a projection screen, and you can use a projector at $109. The problem I have here is that when I see these demonstrations on these crutch projectors, is that I notice that they switch over to anything lower, they don't get the same quality. They never do. The quality drops by a huge amount because they're using a high-end projector to make up for what the screen can't do. So it just shows you that if that's the case, that means you have to have the same projector or better in order to get that image that they're displaying, and you're going to have to be in the same dark environment. Well, we can take a 720p projector that costs less than the 500, which is still less than any other projectors used in the demonstration, and we can make it look incredible. Right next to an open window, the environment never changes. It always remains the same. So you're not really saving anybody any money at the end of the day. We save people money. That old trick of using the high-end projector, man, it's been going on for years with certified screens. You go sit in the booth. I've been in a couple of the booths. You go sit in. They got this high-end projector sitting behind you. Projector's calibrated. They're using an ambient light controlled environment in the booth. You go in, you sit down. You're all just overwhelmed by the seating area and the artwork and the system they have in there, the whole movie theater experience. And people don't think, how much is the projector sitting behind me? And I guarantee you, if that projector is maybe a 4K projector and you go and we try to use it on a 720p, you're not going to get the same picture quality. You're going to get less. We're the only ones who downgrade our projectors and still maintain a beautiful image in a fully lit environment without calibrating. Now, if anyone thinks that this is not true, how about take one of those rooms and paint it all white, open up all the windows and all the light push in, display your screen, and do a contrast demonstration only. Because I can take all this light and do a white level only, which I did yesterday. I'm sorry. We did that yesterday, didn't we? We did that outside, didn't we, at 150 inches, right? That's one of the things I love about this technology. I love to show off its ability to be able to pull those high-end light levels. This is a new channel. I haven't seen this one before. What else do we have on here? Let's check this one out. Now, for those of you who may pick up this projector, keep in mind there's 2 miles to look. Actually, there's 2 miles exactly. One to the bridge, one out the bridge. I kind of think I did a tutorial on that one. But there's one actually, which is an LX400, and then you have the LW. The LW is a WXGA, and the LX is an XGA. That's the difference. the thing about it. When I start talking about, sometimes I go out of character and I start talking about projectors. If I did explain that to you, good luck finding it, because I'm probably not going to be able to find it, because I didn't title the video. I wasn't planning to do a tutorial on Christie Projector. It just happened to pop up, and we make quite a lot of videos, so it could be in there. That's why I said, if you see me pop over and start talking about these projectors, it might be a good chance to pull up a chair and listen, because if you don't know about anything about venue projectors and what you're buying at the end of the day, we do. I bought enough of them. You're gonna have venue projectors that look exactly alike, but they're different. And people look at the Sonys, the VPL FH30s, 31s, and 36, all look exactly the same, but they're different. The LX400, the LW400 look exactly alike, but they're different. When it's an upgrade, when it's a standard grade. But you wouldn't know what you were looking at unless you basically have experience with those projectors. Even in the front of them, they have one with a bridge and without a bridge. But what the frick is a bridge? I explained that one, what to look for. If you find one without the bridge, that's an extremely good projector. That is a good grab, a good find. That's a particular lens that they have in there that someone had to install in. Because all the lenses at one point look the same too, but there's a difference. There's a difference between you getting a standard lens and an extended throw lens, which means a standard lens would give you 100 inches at around 12 feet, where an extended throw lens or zoom lens will give you a 100 inch screen at 18 feet. You're designed for different things. So you'll get that projector home, set it up like, wait. I'm up at 12 feet. Why is my screen so small? And you'll think there's something wrong with the projector. And that's an extended throw lens. They're used for actual theater room setups. So an actual theater room setup, you will not see the projector. It's not there. That's why I go to a lot of the forum sites, and they'll have amazing setups, and they'll have a projector sitting right there in the back, and the guy will be like, yeah, this is my authentic theater room setup. I said, no, it's not authentic. I can see your projector, that's why. If it was one of the real deal setups, your projector would be in a booth somewhere. That's how it would be set up. You have to have an extended throw lens to do that. Which means if you use a standard throw and a standard throw fires off at 30 feet or wherever far back you have your projector, it's going to expand out, it's going to hit the walls, it's going to hit the ceilings, it's going to hit the back of the seats. Or the extended throw is going to fire from that distance, and it's going to shoot a nice little narrow screen, boop, right in there. We'll do a demonstration outside one day to show you the difference between the two. I got a VPL FH36 that has the extended throw lens, and I have one that has a standard, which is the VPL FH30. Give you an idea what I'm talking about. Because a friend of mine, he was building a theater system with the booth in the back. Couldn't figure every time we put a projector back there, no matter how much you would shrink the screen, it would be too small for the screen. Go to expand it, it would hit the back of the seats, the walls, and everything. He couldn't figure out what he was doing wrong. I said, your lens is wrong. You need a particular lens for that. And lens shift is definitely going to be a must. Right here. Right, so we're gonna put the Christie in. Yeah, somebody's put it. Downstairs we're full. I don't know. Trying to figure out where we're going to put it at. That's the 1080p. Trying to figure out where to put the 1080p now. We're going to 720p's up here now. Let's see what that people. A little bit tired. Let me see where we're going to put this thing at. That cannot be. Hold on a minute. There's no way in the world that is the whole demonstration. I'm going to try something for a minute. That was extremely short, wasn't it? I told you, my fire stick back there has some issues. It's literally been cut, like, I'll play a video and it'll cut it, and it's cut off to something else, like it'll kill the stream. What the freak? Maybe I am right. I don't know. Check it out. Let me see for a minute. Gotta put an order in for a fire stick. No, no way in the world. Right, fire stick has issues. I just watched that. It cut off clearly, like it was done. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, I thought so. Fire stick definitely has issues today. All right, let me get my curtains open up behind me. Can I put like a little light in here? Did I just say a little light? No, this is not a little light. I'm gonna go downstairs and get my meter. I'm curious how much light we're pushing in here. Guys can check out the view next to the window. I'll be back. So we get around about 5, 6 in here. And imagine these screens in a max out zone downstairs. This is where they're developed at. They're developed in an area that meters can't register at all. So if they're developed down there, up here is nothing. That's why when we engineer, we make this stuff, we make it in an area where the environment is going to be as harsh as possible. Because we know once we take it out of that environment, if I stick it in an environment like this, where a gray screen can't even begin to survive, it's nothing for this. That's why we can take them outside. That's why we have them all over the house and windows and stuff, because they're used to being developed in a harsher environment. You don't want to make it comfortable for the technology. Make it comfortable for it, then you're going to have problems along the way. So this lighting we have in the environment, something that even certified screens don't even use. This is normal lighting for the technology. That's why I can sit back here and you can see my screen, pull it with no problem, produce a beautiful image on a $109 projector. Which now I need to go back on eBay and buy more. Oh, yeah, that's 12, right? Yeah, it is 12. Let me see what else we got in this category. What you got in here? I'm not even gonna bother putting the gray screen up there for why? For what? We've done this so many times, it's not even funny. And I don't want the gray screen laying against my product to begin with at the end of the day. I don't want it up there. It's not gonna see the contrast level. It's not gonna pull the color. What's the point? Let me tilt you near the window because I like to show it off. The black level right next to the window. So we're going to put the, let me see. We can put it in the multi-projector room, put it back there. I really have no place to put this 1080p projector. I guess, I don't know, we can do it. I mean, we need it definitely, but there's nowhere place in the house to put it at. Now say if basically the 720p looked like crap, and the 1080p looked fantastic, but that's not the case. 720p looks amazing. I told you, 720p looks incredible on these screens. So we don't need a 1080p projector. It's only here because for demonstrations, that's it. Much like when we bring a 4K in here, it's only here for demonstration. We don't need it. That's the option you have with the technology we have. Every time I turn on the video, it's not going to be the same projector over and over again and again and again, same dark environment. No, we swap these things out from time to time. Can't wait to go on the former site. Check out my projector, $100 bucks. It's going to be an interesting conversation. I like to show the screen off first and then we do that part. Look how dark the black level is on that. Let's go back there for a minute. Why would you even spend the money for contrast when you can get it at 2,000 to 1 or even 100 to 1? Doesn't make a difference if I set screen black. I need it. Let me go over to super icon over here. Line with the bad hair day. Let me see. Samsung cars 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like this one. And let me explain something, not to be rude here, and people take this and get upset and everything about it. But keep in mind, when you're displaying a video, you have to display it from the beginning to end, not in the middle of the video. The reason why they do this is because the Samsung logo that pops up is in jet black. That's why when I watch a demonstration, I notice I never see that logo popping up in the middle of those videos, unless it's in the dark. But in a fully lit environment, they will never show the logo. You know why? Because the logo can't pop up. It's jet black, and that's what you're supposed to see. These are the stuff we notice in videos when we watch them. That's supposed to pop up. They can't show that. It won't produce. You know what? I got something to do with that projector. You can put it over here. We still have to do the demonstration on why OLED demonstrations are not meant for gray and gunmetal screens. So we'll put that one over here, for this screen over here, and we'll do that demonstration over here. It's 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200. A WXGA venue projector will not pull up in this environment on that screen over there versus gunmetal versus gray screens versus black technology. You got a problem with your screen. I'd rather do it outside to tell you the truth, but whatever, it's not looking good today. Now we'll have to do a few tutorial videos. I'm told you I had to do something for the ground up because our screens are already painted over here. So I had to do something fresh. So we're going to do a fabric screen tutorial, how to shade and coat those. Even though we told you how to do it, we're going to actually do a video. Motorized projection screen and a fixed frame screen. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to knock all three of them out in one hit. Now you can't do that. It's like because we need each one separately. Because I need to space it out. But I want to do a demonstration to be to knock all of them out at the same time to show how fast you can actually apply it to screen paint. Alright, let me just do it over there so people are able to go over here. What the hell on this channel? See this demonstration done in the dark too. what else we have on here to play around with? Oh, I like this one. See this one done in the dark too. Now my distance from where my projector sits is approximately 13 feet back. And as you can see, there's nothing blocking my windows, which I'll show you right here. That's one of the things I talked about too in demonstrations. When people are blocking windows, never can understand why they do that nonsense. Well, you know why. They try to block out as much light through the screen as possible. That's why we do it. So let me show you how it's done. Not supposed to have anything blocking or obstructing your window lights. Now, usually most tricks, and we're going to be talking about ambient light environments, how people cheat in these demonstrations. Like I said, if you have to lean over to an object to make out what the object is, the environment is way too dark. If there are pockets of corners where it's dark in those corners and some area, no, the area is too bright. If the room is illuminated and well lit, it's going to be illuminated and well lit in every corner. My neighbors are probably thinking, what the frick is he doing? They figure it out. Some of them figure it out, some of them don't. Now, I'm going to step back here, show you my windows so my neighbors don't think I'm recording them. See how much light we got pushing through this environment that's hitting that screen? When you're watching a demonstration, you're seeing, and I'm sorry, when I say this, I'm not to be real disrespectful, but when I see bookcases that are covering up the windows with objects in them, blocking as much light as possible. My personal favorite is the lamp or the plant or something they have sitting in the window. Or my favorite one is the light color shades that are white that light can't transfer through, but it gives off the illusion that there's really a lot of light coming through. Or when they take blinds and they put them on a slant to make it seem like there's light coming through, but the light's pretty much just hitting the slant and going straight down. It's not making it pushing through. That's why I like to see objects on the other end. If I can see objects on the other end, that means there's light pushing through. Not supposed to have huge objects in front of your windows blocking light. Look, ambient light projection, not even close. If it was ambient light projection and I got it down here, I guarantee you it wouldn't pass. 100% it wouldn't pass, because I'll take it outside and I'll paint it up on a 150 and see how well ambient light projection works with it. What better way to be outside? That's why I like doing the demonstrations outside. We don't have this. Even though this area is well lit, we don't have doors and windows. We are out in the open. That's what I love about it. And the bigger the screen, the better. Because the bigger the screen, that means the more light is going to make contact with the screen. That's why people use smaller screens when they're outside, because they have less ambient light to deal with. Let me see. It's a different reaction. You get a different reaction from a screen that's on a smaller screen than a screen that's on a much big one. The reaction is much different. That's why when I tell people when you do demonstrations, do not do demonstrations on a small little screen outside, pull it back and go, well, it worked. No. You have to do that on a much larger scale to see how the reaction is going to be. You can't just go by a smaller screen. And some people may say, well, that's a 4,000 lumen projector. I can put a gray screen up there and it still can't even pull it. And that's a 4,000 lumen projector. We use 5,000 lumen projectors on gray screens, even 7,000, they still couldn't pick up. It really doesn't make a difference. Gray screens can't see contrast levels. Man, I tell you, boy, if I had $1 for every time I said that, I'd be a rich man. I don't know who even started that to begin with, thinking that a gray screen was going to pull up an equal contrast level to a black screen. I don't even want this on my screen at the end of the day. Honestly, I don't want it on my screen, but we'll put it right here. But I'm seeing contrast levels. Yeah, when you turn the lights out, that's what you're seeing. There you go. See that? You can't see contrast. It's not going to happen. Not ever. Never going to happen. That is outdated. That's Sherwin-Williams Network Gray 773. You know, that stuff matched a lot of stuff at the end of the day, and it did. Can't pick up the black levels. Can't pick up color. You can pick up a white level. That's it. So pretty much all you have is an advanced version of a white screen. 4K Goldfish screensaver. So you take that wallpaper surface and you paint that with a gray screen paint product, and I guarantee at the end of the day it's going to be the worst thing you ever did. Because you're going to have to darken your environment. You can't use that much window light on these behind me, so that's not going to happen. And mind you, my projector behind me is 4,300 lumens, so it doesn't really make a difference. You can't see the contrast levels, and your colors are going to wash out. Some people think if they get a high enough lumen count on their projector, they're going to be able to make lumens have nothing to do with contrast. Another thing. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? So if you can't see color and you can't see contrast, but you can pick up a white level, what is that? You just described the white screen. Okay, usually I like to put these demonstrations in here, but I guess just gives you an idea exactly at the end of the day what you're actually getting. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have to darken the environment in order for you to be able to see that. That's the only way. Now look on the right side. If you do coat it over with a gray product, at least you prime the screen, it'll be ready for our technology. But you do have to prime that surface anyway. So I shut my curtains a little bit from there to there, and still. Let's see what we can do here to help. Well, basically we got these blinds, so you know, light's going to push through these curtain windows anyway, so that's not going to change anything unless you're going to change out your curtains and get darker ones, which would be sad, or basically darken your environment because walls push up way too much white light in here, so that's going to be something. And you have to turn out, see what you're turning your environment into? There you go. Got to go through all those changes so you can just pick up a basic color blue. All right, let me get this off my screen. Let me see. I'm going to pass for time here. Let me see what we want to play next.
Here, how would you say?
And I'm sorry about the videos being so long, but there's just so much to show you. That's what they don't understand. That's why their videos are so short at the end, because they don't have much to show you. There is so much to show you that we haven't hit the barrel yet on all the stuff we can do with this technology yet. Try to keep the videos short, but how can I? There's so many videos to show you. There's so many demonstrations, so much stuff we can do with it. That's why every time the camera pops on, we're always doing something different in a different area with a different projector, in a different setting, a different environment. They can only show you so much because the screen can only do so much. And one demonstration, we were outside, boom, we're inside. So I'm gonna put the model number of the projector I have below. You can check them on eBay. They go for very reasonable prices. Not gonna cost you a lot of money. We have a link where you can buy the screen paint, and I'll also put a link at the bottom where you can get the fiberglass wallpaper surface. Now we advise you when you do the surface, which I have to change some things on the website. Also too, I am going to be responding to customers today. People have been chiming in on our YouTube channel. Sorry, I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got caught up with this right here, so we're going to be doing that today. Also seeing who's talking about this, that, and the other, and communicating back and, you know, subscribing to people's channels. So I figure if you subscribe to mine, why can't I subscribe to yours? As long as you don't have anything crazy in there at the end of the day. People were just about out of time. I gotta tidy up in here, and then I gotta come back in, and we're gonna go onto my channel, and we're gonna basically talk to some people who've been leaving messages to help them out. Maybe they may need some help with this, that, and the other. Maybe send some links. I know a few people are going to be asking for links for the wallpaper. I know that already from the door because I literally forgot to put it in. I got to go over to Facebook, and I got to put the link in over there because they were waiting for that too over there to. They're buying the 20-ounce kit, so you don't need that much paint. 20 ounces, what we have in that kit, is all you need to be to coat the surface. That's it. That's all, and you're done. That's it. You don't need a lot. So with that being said, I got to get out of here. I'll come back in. I got to straighten this up. I'll be right in right afterwards. Just got to straighten all this out, and then I got to do some promo videos for the website right now because we've had a few companies. Like I said, the company thing. I'm not going to go into that right now. We're, like I said, not interested. Let's get this, get on here and talk and communicate with the YouTubers and see what's on their mind. And then from there, I want to do the whole light up display downstairs in the basement, which I was supposed to do yesterday, but got caught up in this. And man, I love this screen so much. The surface, man, I really love the surface. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration and thank you for your time. Gotta go, and God bless.